Now, don't get me wrong, Notebook LM is an amazing tool for most students. However, when it comes to the mind maps, I am not at all pleased. And in this video, I'm going to show you why and how you can improve it. Hello, fellow medical student. So, are you still doing mind maps? Like whether it is manual or if it is AI generated, do you still feel that you are taking notes using a mind map? Should we still be using mind maps to study? Today, I'm going to show you if using a mind map is still relevant and how to make the best of it using AI as opposed to you manually doing it. So we want something that isn't just productive or a feel-good effect when we use a tool, right? We also want it to be an excellent reference point with the relevant keywords. So when we retrieve the information from our deep down hippocampal area, it is more fun, it is more exciting, and you will be able to recall it because then the information stays. If not, it's merely a piece of a decorative item. So what does the evidence say about mind maps? Number one is something called dual coding. Dual coding, as the name mentioned, coding some information two ways. For one, you probably read it, you probably heard it in a lecture. And then when we look at the map and he's got some graphics, some colors, some arrows, that is the visual stimulus, and using these two processes combined, and once we have looked at the mind map and we try to connect the keywords and try to pull it out, this is when active recall kicks in. So yes, these are the two most key important facts and evidence that says yes, mind maps are still helping us to isolate and to consolidate the memory better. And let's take a look at this mind map number 1 and mind map number 2. They're both AI generated, but I personally feel there is one that is better than the other. So the first part of this process, or any process I would think in a note making system using AI tool, is to use Notebook LM, because I think it's by far the best still for using your input source and making notes. So I have got my Notebook LM opened here, and I have inputted my source called Harrison's Cardiovascular Medicine, and I have inputted my prompts in here, which you can definitely download for free, which I will link it below. And it has generated MBBS exam notes, heart failure from the Harrison's Cardiovascular Medicine. And now I'm going to use these notes as opposed to just throwing in the entire PDF and then asking it to only summarize a particular chapter, or making a mind map straight from the PDF. I think the back end or the deep end, I'm not technically trained, but I am learning about this. To sift through the whole book is probably going to generate more inaccurate stuff or complicated things. So we are going to make these notes and we are going to convert this into a source by clicking this. You save to note, it'll appear here. This is your new note, and you click on this and make it convert to source, and now you are going to use this source. So let's look at the mind map that the Notebook LM has generated for us. So as you can see, it is interactive. That's a good part. Heart failure, and it's open to a couple of branches. Definition and classification. I'm trying to recall. Oh, okay, it shut down back. Okay, so here we go. We have systolic, diastolic, NYHA, and American Heart Association classifications. Then we go to etiology, and we click this arrow, and then we've got these etiologies. We've got clinical features. Great. Investigations. Great. And you get the flow. Now, if you are going to be having your phone with you or your iPad with you, it's fantastic. You can use it to keep recalling. But say if you want a hard copy, you will not be able to print this, as clearly it's interactive. So if you were to download it or screenshot it, it's going to be where you had left it open. Still a great tool, but for a reference point pre-exam, you want to print something and file it up, I would move on to the next one. So now that you have generated these high yield notes, you're going to copy paste it into a document, or you can directly copy paste it into these two generative AI chatbots that I'm going to be using, which is ChatGPT and Gemini. If you have others, you may very well use it, followed by a prompt which is available in the description below To the views that I got from the previous video, I am truly so appreciative. To the 8 people who downloaded my Notebook LM Prom, thank you. I saw your emails and personally thank each of y'all for supporting me. Now let's get into what these chatbots have generated. If we look at the output from Gemini, I get a lot of words and less images. The colors are good. The images also look nice. But to me, it's word heavy and it's just feeding me with words again, as opposed to forcing me to pull out an information from my brain by relating it to an image. And if I look at ChatGPT, this looks a lot more cleaner and a lot more systematic and organized. Let's zoom into, let's say, the clinical features and the cardinal features and typical features and signs. Just try to focus. They've got one keyword and an image, and you can retrieve more information by, oh, that is orthopnea. He's sleeping with an elevated head. Okay, yeah, that's orthopnea. Why does orthopnea happen? What happens in the redistribution of fluid when we lie down and things like that? So this is called the active retrieval component by dual coding. And yeah, like the diagnostic approach, you can look at an electrical wave rhythm, a test tube, and radiological image, and you would force yourself to recall. So what I will do is, now in the recalling process, if you're doing this with a friend, please ensure the friend also has read about this topic, so as you're trying to recall and explain, they know whether you're right or wrong. If not, you could always flip the page and write down the signs, the stuff and everything, and check it back yourself, and that's a way of training your brain to actively recall. So for me personally, if I had to pick one tool, I will still pick ChatGPT at this point in time, until there are more updates. So do let me know between images 1 and 2 which one you preferred and why. Did you prefer to use that for your recall, or even if you're using another generative chatbot, I'd love to hear about it. And also please be cautious and always use Notebook LM, or that's what I know at this point, which minimally hallucinates. Generate your notes from there and leverage these tools for your study technique. So if you want to watch other videos in this series, it's also links below or on the screen right now. I truly appreciate your time, and I think I'm going to share generating interactive quizzes using Claude the next time, or let me know if you want to know any other topic, as I am also experimenting, as I'm an active student with these tools. So thank you very much for your time, and I will catch you the next time then.